What do you want the world to know about you?
I want them to feel comfortable around me. And I worry about scaring people. And I don't want to scare anyone. And so it's just so hard for me because that's what I worry about. If someone's going to be comfortable and if I'm going to scare them,
If somebody wants to be your friend, what's the first thing they should do?
smile and extend a hand.
Reggie, it's great to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
How are you today?
I'm terrific.
When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thought that crosses your mind?
You really want to know. And I'm serious about this. First thing that I think of when I wake up is coffee. And I'm serious about that. That's, don't talk to me until I have my coffee.
The most important question I'm going to ask you today: how do you like your coffee?
Oh my, cream and sugar. A little extra sugar and cream just to make it light brown and hot. When someone sees you, they look at the outside, but they don't never get a chance to know who you are until they talk to you. And when they talk to you, they can realize, you know what? He's just like me. He's not the image that I created in my mind. I love sitting down, talking with people one-on-one. Um, it's easier to express myself and let people know who I am. And I just love that kind of connection. When I was going to school, it was really hard for me. And, people would make fun of me, and if they touched me, they would go, ugh, like that, and brush themselves off. They didn't want to sit by me. Um, I didn't want to go in the cafeteria and eat. I would eat outside in the cold. I just didn't want to get out because I didn't want to be made fun of, and I didn't want to make people feel uncomfortable. When I was in the grocery store, this was years ago, I was shopping, and this man and his daughter, he brought his daughter to me, and she was crying and crying, and he was saying, see, look, 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 and he was laughing, and the kid was crying, and he was telling us, see, look, look, look. A lot of my friends think that he's strong and it doesn't bother him, but it does. You can't just wipe it away. And it's not something that you can say, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. But it hurts. I've learned that there are people that will always be there to accept you. And I didn't know that back then. And I've learned that there will always be someone around that will accept you.
If somebody who bumps into you at the grocery store, wherever out in public, if they're shy, it's just smiling enough.
Yes, it is.
What do you think when somebody smiles at you?
And it's just a great feeling, and it lets me know that, hey, it's okay. You're normal.
What do you value most in your life?
My mom. I love my mom. I told her that Reggie inherited this disorder, and there's no cure for it. And she was worried, and she blamed herself. And she said, what did I do to cause this? And she said, it's not your fault. It's a genetic disorder, so it's not anything that you did. But she thought it was something she did during her pregnancy. I think what I worry about when I'm meeting someone if they have a younger child or something like that, what if they bring their kid over and the kid hadn't been informed about me?
If a child sees you and is curious, what do you hope the parents do?
Let them ask questions. Because a lot of times parents will, assist the child because they're not supposed to ask questions. But it surprised me, some little kids that I see are really, really nice, and it's shocking to me because I've had kids smile and wave and I'd say hello, and it's like, I can't believe that just happened. And it warms my heart. I hope they told the kid about me.
What do you hope parents tell a child before the child meets you?
Who I am, and he's different, and not just don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you have to explain and don't just expect the kid to know.
What is neurofibromatosis?
Neurofibromatosis is a genetic disorder, and it's a gene that's defective. Everyone has a NF gene, and in my NF gene, there's a protein that it doesn't have. And when it doesn't have this protein, it sends out information to tell the body to grow tumors. But everyone else gene that have NF, it sends out a protein that's a tumor suppressor. I don't have that, and that's why my body produces tumors.
Can you tell me about your leg?
My leg, it's affected from the knee down. It's called a plexiform neurofibroma, and that's when the tumors are growing, and they wrap around the nerves like an insulated wire, like this.
What are some physical difficulties you face?
Walking, getting in and out of bed, getting in and out of the shower, walking to the end of the driveway. Something that I want to get back to doing is walking and going to the grocery store. I am grateful for my health. It could be worse, and I'm happy that I can do the things that I'm doing. I know it's hard to move around, but there are some people who don't have the mobility that I have. So I have to be grateful and thankful that I can, even though it's limited, I'm grateful that I can do the things that I can do.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Oh, you kidding? Bake. I love baking.
I want you to kind of size me up and gauge me. What type of cake do you think I like? Now really take it all in. Look at my socks, my outfit.
I would say, I'm just taking a guess.
I'm not going to be offended.
Okay, I'm just taking a guess. Carrot cake.
I do like carrot cake.
Uh-huh.
I will always eat a carrot cake,
Yeah.
but my number one preference is ice cream cake.
Oh, really?
Vanilla ice cream cake.
I haven't made that yet, but my sister, she wants me to make that. I do bake cakes, and I love doing my Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner, and it brings the family together. And it just brings joy to me to see people enjoy my cakes and pies and my dinner, and it brings comfort to me to see people enjoy what I prepare. I like being around people, but I sit and listen. I don't like to take control.
Why not?
I'm just not a control type person. I join in, I listen, I analyze, then I respond. But I don't lead or anything like that.
Why is it important for people to ask questions?
That way they won't put an answer in their head, and they won't have the right answer. So that's why I think you have to ask so you will know the right answer.
Inevitably, there's somebody who's a teenager right now going through the same situation that you did when you were a teenager. If you could address that kid and look into the camera, what would you
Yes.
say?
I would say keep going on. Things will get better. Don't give up. Listen to my story and don't feel like that's the way it is. Don't feel like you're going to be that way. You have to believe that there will be better days. So don't just feel like you have to accept how you feel now. Just know that there are better days, and you have to believe that.